Hey guys, and welcome to Brick Nerds. My name is Beckett, and I am definitely a brick nerd. Today, we're going to do something really special for episode number 16. I have brought on a random guest who I learned that he likes Lego a lot, and he has a pretty cool collection. I spent time talking with him for probably just the past couple days before he came on here, just seeing how he liked it, and I'm excited to see the love of the brick across the entire Lego community. So, Cayle, why don't you come on?
Hi, it's nice to be here.
Yeah, hey, Cayle. So, why don't you give us a quick little intro of your Lego love?
So, I probably started liking Legos when I was about 7 or 5 years old, and it's just kind of gotten bigger and bigger over the years.
Yeah, so that's pretty cool. That's what? How old are you? Like 12?
Yeah,
Okay, so that's like 5 to 7 years. So that
yeah,
quite exactly like you said. So when you started 5 and 7, it's about 7 or 5 years since then. So that's a long time. It takes dedication, especially when you're a kid. When you're an adult, um, you know, that's not that hard to scrounge up, but it's an interesting hobby, and it's just something that you come to love, right?
yeah. It really kind of becomes a hobby, and sometimes it's kind of all the thing you want to do.
Yeah, it's definitely a time suck. Except it's a really good use of your time. It
Yeah,
does a lot of things for you. It's really fun. It helps you innovate, and it does a lot of good things for your brain. So, Cayle, why don't you tell us a little bit about like what type of Lego you like, what themes, or maybe you just like all of it?
So one of my favorite themes personally are like the space Lego sets, like the Lego City Rocket Center. That was probably one of my biggest Lego sets I've ever done, and the space astronaut and etc. like that.
Yeah, well, it's really fitting considering just last week Artemis 2 splashed down after a
Yeah,
10-day journey, and I've been monitoring a couple Lego sets like that. When I was really little, I was really into space Lego sets, and then I kind of started getting into different ones like Star Wars, and which is still space but different type, more sci-fi, and then also a different type of Lego City. You can see behind me, I have a fire set, and I also have construction and just a whole category. I have a lot of police Lego sets, which I think I saw somewhere that it's the Lego City population is about 60% police officers. So a lot of people, if they're into Lego City, probably have that. Um, but yeah, I've been monitoring ever since the Artemis launch. Some really cool Lego space ones like the Artemis space launch system. A couple Lego City ones. I wish I had that moon base, but space bases. I think it's actually called, but I didn't have that, and I wish I would have gotten it while it was out. But the big Artemis space launch system. There's actually two. I think they're about the same title. Is really close. The other one, they're both Technic, even I think somewhat.
yeah.
But there's one that's $260, around over 3,000 pieces, I think.
I've
And
noticed the. Oh, sorry. You can continue.
and the other one is only $60. I just ordered that a couple days ago. But immediately after that splashdown, both of them were the first one that I was saying, the $260 one. That one's completely out of stock until further notice. So it'll still come back. I don't think it's planned to retire this year, especially with the Artemis mission still continuing up until Artemis 4 in 2028. But that one was out of stock on the Lego website. And then the other one, the the one that I just got, is on back order, so I have to wait at least 2 months. I think it said it will ship in 60 days. So, I mean, you can see that this Artemis mission has brought a new type of people to come around the brick and just check out Lego and see if there really is something for everyone.
Yeah, Lego kind of does that because Lego just doesn't have specific types. It has all types like construction, space, art, like music, all of that kind of different genres, which really makes people want to be like, hey, I want something to like hold on to that. Like Lego is a physical kind of attribute. It's like a something you can hold and appreciate that, wow, I actually made this, or this is like something close to what I love, and I kind of really appreciate that.
Yeah, I think that is really where almost everyone comes around and um, does like Lego. I haven't talked to a single person who hasn't ever heard of Lego, put together a brick before. I think that we're a lot of people around, everyone that you know, if you like Lego, I'm sure that everyone's heard of it if you talk to anyone, and everyone has most likely put together a few bricks. But Lego has really made something for everyone. I think that some good examples would be Lego Editions. It's a new sports line, sports theme. Well, actually soccer. So a lot of I guess stereotypically wise, um, the stereotype is that maybe if someone's like really athletic, really jockey, I guess, then they wouldn't like things like Lego. But now, let's say that we were going off that stereotype, which isn't true, because I know you like sports, I like sports, and we both like Lego. I know
Yeah.
plenty of people that break that stereotype, which is not even specifically for Lego, but it's more just like things like Lego, but that really breaks that, and that says that hey, Lego should be for everyone. Everyone can enjoy it, and that's just something really cool.
Yeah, it's just like I said earlier, just Lego. It has so many different genres. It can bring so many people together in many different ways.
And I think that's something else that's really cool is Lego ideas and how people can actually submit their own Lego sets.
Yes.
People don't just have to sit around and wait for something to happen, for a Lego designer to seemingly just waiting for that someone to do that. They can do it themselves. They can bring something that a lot of people want.
Yeah, that's what Lego basically is all about. It's creativity and getting your ideas out because just you sometimes can't just don't need to wait and you just got to act.
And I think that that's really important because I think that people do need to get out their thoughts, get out their ideas, and they do need to express themselves with creativity like Lego. Um, that I think that's probably one of the better ways to actually do that because you can really just do anything. You can make anything. You can do anything you want through Lego. A lot of engineers and architects actually use Lego to make models, make prototypes. So I think that there really are endless possibilities.
Yeah, well here's that's the thing about Lego. It's like this engineering it's this engineering like if kids who want to be young engineers, that's like a perfect kind of start in their like creation, their imagination because to be honest, Lego is mostly just about imagination and creation. It's kind of cool how those two things rhyme because they go so well together. It's just they're kind of meant to be. So Lego's like a really big aspect in like engineering, science, art, all those kinds of things.
Yeah, it really combines everything that, especially like a child, but anyone really needs to just progress cognitively. It boosts brain functions, and I was watching this documentary by Beyond the Brick. It's actually on the Roku channel called Beyond the Brick, a Lego brickumentary, and it brings a whole new light to Lego and what it's about. You know, I would highly recommend it. It's really good, and if you guys like Lego, Beyond the Brick is a really good YouTube channel. So there's some good stuff there.
And yeah, back to like Lego being on YouTube nowadays. That back to what we were talking about, us showing their expressions. That's like a major way to show their expressions, their feelings towards Legos, and how it can be in a fun, kid-friendly way, and how it can actually help people in their lives and help, like you said, boost brain function and creativity. And it's kind of just nice that they're starting to branch off, because technically that could be someone one day, like they just want to start doing YouTube or a podcast like what we're doing here right now for their love of Lego.
Yeah. I remembered my point, what I was talking about Brickumentary for. It actually is really cool because it's supposed to, Lego is, according to studies, really therapeutic, and it works on children and who have like maybe like a autism or other disabilities, but also just adults with high stress levels. It's supposed to just really calm them down and learn and focus, and it's a really great thing.
Yeah, for the sympathy, like you're saying, the therapy, the stress down, because a lot of people in just regular stuff, if they think like they're overstressed about like mistakes or something. Here's the thing with like wonderful thing with Lego. If if you make a mistake, that's not a mistake. It's another creation of yours, and it's your own kind of flair to something. It's your own design. Like it can't, like if I've made total bunch of mistakes on Lego sets, and or if I lose parts, but then I have to like go grab another part that's the same and then it looks different. So I'm like, hey, that's I only have one that's mine. So it's like you can think that, wow, I created this, and you can kind of like calm yourself down thinking not all mistakes are terrible.
Yeah, and it introduces problem solving skills. Like you said, I can't count the number of times I messed up on a Lego set and had to go back and just re-engineer it and redo the mechanics and just think about it. And it helps you just fix things. And like you said, mock building, my own creation. It's interesting, and it's really is nice to look back when you're done and be like, I did that. Whether you use instructions or not, it's really just a nice feeling of completion and feeling of accomplishment.
Yeah, yeah, it does. It kind of is like after always kind of after I do like this huge Lego set, like the Rocket Space Center one, or my like F1 one or Space Astronaut one, since they're really big sets, I'm like, wow, I can't believe I was able to make something that can be the most creative thing that I've ever done before. And it's really rewarding, and it kind of gives you like a taste of satisfaction. You're calm, you're at ease. It's like your hobby now. Like you are just fine. Like you're in a great flow state basically.
Yeah, it's just really nice. It's really relaxing. I can't count the number of people, especially older people, that I just like, even if it's just like a small poly bag, like 30 pieces, and I just give them it and I'm like walk them through how Lego is done, and they understand, and they're like, wow, that was actually kind of cool, really nice, and like um, I know everyone knows Bentley. He's on my show. If you've seen this before, he was on the New Year's Eve live stream and Brick Nerds episode 14. And I was hanging out with him one time, and his dad actually said, like, well, I got like $20, right? Because it was Bentley's like birthday. And his dad gave each of us like $20. And I went into Shields and I bought Lego. And so when I came back out, um, his dad was like everyone was like, oh, of course, the brick nerd got Lego, and his dad was like, that's honestly what I would have gotten, and it's nice. And he said that it, and Bentley was like, really? And he was like, yeah, I've been getting those little smaller ones when I'm like traveling or something because it's just nice and calm and really fun. And I honestly do think that it's true. So that was living proof that people do really like that. And yeah.
Yeah, it's just it doesn't matter the size of it. It doesn't matter how big it is, because even like if you're doing a big Lego set or something like that and it has a small piece, the smallest piece, like I what I would like to say, one of the smallest pieces can make the biggest difference. Like in a Lego set, like if I don't, I'm just going to use this one as an example. This one right here. If I didn't have this piece right here, that piece would just kind of ruin everything. Like that would be like, whoa, what's an astronaut without their face shield? Or this piece right here. I'm just going to pop it off real quick. This piece right here, that's kind of like, well, what goes right here that feels missing. So little details in Lego, especially the little ones, can make one of the biggest differences. Like those
Yeah,
little Legos have. Yeah.
that's really true, and especially I just think that's a really good example, and yeah, I guess that's a big point, and I agree with you. Like, size really, when it comes to Lego, doesn't matter that much. Recently, I've spent like hundreds of dollars on just small Lego sets, like um, that, but I have a lot of them compared to like just getting like one really big one. But it's a lot of enjoyment, and it can be used over a long period of time, and especially with those little ones, you can like I've well, with Star Wars anyway, I buy like a couple of them, and then I like build one, and then I like save one for later. So actually, back here I have a storage of just like unboxed Lego sets that I kind of just held back over time, because I get like every gift that I get is a Lego set, because that's what I want. I'm okay with that. I love it. And everything that I buy is a Lego set. So because I just don't really have a need to get very much of anything else. And so I have a lot of them, and I typically I've been recently just trying to save it, because I want to savor it for later. I don't want to just blow it all in one day. If I did it all in one day, like today, I would have enough to last me the whole day. So, but I'd rather save it out over time and have something like, if I do have a time where I just need to calm down, or do something like that, that would be nice.
Yeah. Speaking of your like gifts and Legos, last year, 2 years ago, I got mostly all my presents were Lego, like nothing else exactly. Like I always had to build something, and you're right about like how you can actually cherish something, like hold on to that for a little bit longer. And I agree with you on that. Like if you just want to savor something and save it for later, I'm fine with that. Like some Lego sets, I like one I got for my birthday, like an F1 one I got. It was my birthday's like December 30th, and I started building it like 2 months later. It's just I was just bored one day, and I'm like, hey, let me build this, and it's just you're right about like how it can just kind of bring your mood up every once in a while. Like if you're down and you do something you like Legos or something soothing, it can just like bring your spirits up, and it's very kind of not crazy, but it's kind of like a magical, quote unquote, magical way of like how it happens. It's just really cool.
Yeah, I think that Lego's probably the Division One All Star of being able to do that. Everyone that's does it is just like immediately flooded with nice, warm, fuzzy feelings of like how nice it is.
Yeah.
Um, Even with like just in general, like even people who just don't like to sit down and take their time, they get in front of a Lego set or a Lego set in front of them, and like another Cayle that I know, I spent time with him up in um, near a Lego store, and we went to the Lego store that, well, I had been talking about it, right? Because I'm the brick nerd, that's what I do, and his mom took him, his little siblings, and we went to the Lego store, and which there's only one in our state, so, but we went to the Lego store, and we uh just it was really cool because we all went throughout, and like even his little brother like picked out something, and um when they all picked something out, and then we went back to the hotel, and like started building, and it was just really like they all came to my hotel room, and like they started building their Lego sets, and it was really cool, and they had a good time, even though they might not do it like understand it really well, or I know the other Cayle I know, like he had a hard time because he just like there is a Technic set, and those ones are really complicated, really hard to put together, and
Yeah,
instructions are set in, especially with Technic, like you said. This time, instead of just having one piece that looks not right, it makes it so that the Technic set literally does not work. So it's
yeah.
very mechanical, and so like he tried to do like test something later on, and he was like, "Oh, it didn't work," and I like, and I was helping his little brother build his Lego set because he has a hard time focusing and stuff, but Cayle, he instead just like um, he figured it out and he liked it. So that was really interesting and really cool.
Yeah, I kind of like Technic is number one. It's stronger than normal Lego, which it's more long lasting. And number two, it's kind of more if you use your brain. Like it's kind of more okay. What can I do here? It's more mechanical, like you said. Like it's more problem solving, more looking back at the instructions or using your imagination. Like how if I put this here, what will happen?
Yeah, and I feel like mock building gets really hard when you start to use Technic elements because then, like you said, you have to plan it out in advance and like really start tinkering with it. Industrial engineering is that type of engineering, which is just improving things until you actually get it to what you want it to be.
Yeah. Oh, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. Well, actually, I was done, but so yeah. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna go back to you on like what you said. It's kind of a really good statement. It kind of really put something in somebody's mind and really be like, oh, really, like that's actually how it is, and it's like a problem solving skill. Basically, it's much more technic. I think that's probably like technique. I think that's kind of why it's
Technical.
called that. Yeah.
Yeah. So, on a scale from 1 to 10, how would you rate like your Lego love, and explain why?
Um, Probably an 8 or 9.
Okay. Yeah. So, yeah, that's. I mean, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. I think that a lot of people, once they get like, if they really get into Lego, I know a lot of people that are like, oh yeah, I like building Lego, but like they haven't really dove into it like you have and I have. But I'm sure that if they were going to, that they would just be blown away by how awesome it is because everyone else that I've known that has done that, like they get a little taste of it and then they're quenching for it. They want it. They want it really bad. And like it's just really cool.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, like what you said. Like if they get a little taste of it, they want more. That's kind of how anything works. Like if you taste something really good, like sweet, salty, all that good stuff, you want more of it. That's what you want. And researching like the history of Lego, how it's made, who made it, all this stuff, the history of Lego, absolutely everything. Um, it can really change somebody's life. Like it can really just be like, whoa, it's like great. This is my hobby. Like this is a new thing. Like Lego has kind of morphed like my hobbies, like science, technology, all this stuff. Lego has really like changed my genres and things I like.
So kind of like a light bulb moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. But so do you want to tell us about your Lego sets?
So, yeah, I'm just gonna start with the one I showed you earlier. This one I got for my birthday this year, and this one was probably one of the probably most coolest, like one coolest thing. And it's just kind of is really cool how the cool different kinds of like building designs, like instead of it just leaving its stand, I like how it has a stand that makes it look
Yeah.
like this, so it actually looks like it in space. That's actually kind of a cool thing
Zero
about
G.
Lego. Yeah, just
Yeah,
Lego.
they think about all the details
Mhm.
when building a set.
Yeah, and another one of my favorite ones is this one took me like a while. This one is a sign. It's like the Earth, the Moon. Here's the Earth. That's Moon, and sun. And one of the cool things about it is it's so like correct that it even has moon patterns, as you can see here. And the days, like I'm just gonna zoom in here a little bit, get close. The months and time where it will be, like that little piece right here, it narrows down at it, and there's just this little lever, this little piece right here that you crank. Once you crank it, the Earth starts spinning, and this starts spinning, and it's kind of cool. Like Lego, like you said, Lego thinks about all the possible things. Like it's either something like you're not going to expect, like, whoa, hold up, I could have, let's just use this one, I could just have this. But then another cool thing is that there's this like little thing that like an elevator that drops you down. Like they think of every cool, fun thing.
Yeah, so I mean that is really amazing. And if you go back to that Earth and Moon set, the Earth, Moon, and Sun, I was actually deciding between whether to get the Artemis space launch one, which is a technical one that you crank it and it like goes through the cycle of it launching and like the rocket boosters coming off. So I was deciding between that and actually buying that. I went with the other one just because it was cheaper and figured that I could get that one later since May the 4th be with you. Lego Star Wars Day is coming up.
Yeah, I know.
So I decided that I wanted to save my money to buy some big sets there so I could get the Dark Saber gift with purchase. Me and Carson are actually going to have an episode about that. Carson, yeah.
He's nice.
Yeah, so we're going to do that. And then we're actually I was thinking about that. I saw a review video about that, and it actually like rotates and like does some really cool stuff. So I thought about getting that. I think it's really cool. And speaking of details, it actually takes like 365 spins of the Earth going like rotating
for 1
to
year
get around the sun, and it takes 27.3 of roughly 27.3 of those spins for the moon to make one cycle, which is actually how long the lunar cycle is.
Yeah, that's just kind of is how something so scientific and easy, Lego can just like morph that. Like Lego just can morph that into something so simple and kid like understanding. Because sometimes kids, like younger kids, like well maybe myself and younger, can't fully like grasp something that like with the science behind it. But like Lego, like there's hidden details in Lego that kind of gives a point like, oh, this is how an engine spins. So then Lego might put like while you roll the car, that little cylinders in the engine spin or something like that. Or when you move an excavator bucket or something like that, Lego will kind of show you how like hinges work.
Yeah, well, I mean, this Lego does a lot of really cool things, and it is really fun, and it's really captures the main things and a lot of stuff. But I mean, there is also a bad side to Lego, so let's talk about that a little bit. Can't you agree that Lego is just too expensive?
Yeah, that's what I might have been saying earlier. That I might have said at the start of the podcast. So when I was 6, I bet some of the Lego sets here would only cost about $20, $60 if it's a huge one. Nowadays, if I want to get like at least the baggy size, like the ones you were talking, like a baggy size Lego set, that's about $20 to $25, which is outrageous because I could easily spend less money on just like regular Lego pieces and make something way better. So that's kind of a big downside. That's why kind of the Legoland stuff, not a lot of people go to it because it's expensive.
Yeah, so that is you captured that really well. Like you said, the Legoland and stuff. That's for people who are really focused on it, really wanting that. But it's just really sad to see that like the Death Star. Well, the Death Star isn't priced horribly. That's $1,000, but it has 9,000 pieces, so it's not that much over the 10 cents per piece. But it's insane that like the prices have just been going up and up, and slowly that 10 cents per piece is becoming 11 or 12 cents per piece as the average. So Lego does not stick to their 10 cents per piece. They know that's what the fans like, to hear that's what they know that we like and what we have called Lego price, but they're not going to stick to that. The Republic Juggernaut, the Turbo Tank, the Star Wars set is double what it should be. And that's just not cool. I know they have to do Disney tax and give Star Wars some of the money, but like they don't need to raise the price by twice.
Yeah, like you said, that it doesn't Lego and I'm just saying like almost every single other company, like not just Lego or any other toy company, if it's their like original Lego set, like it's full them, nothing else. It can never possibly be nothing else. Like a construction Lego set, that's gonna be cheaper than this limited edition Star Wars themed Lego set or F1 related Lego set or Artemis 2, like you're saying. Like those ones be way more expensive, and that's how it works. Like if let's just say Prime or Gatorade comes out with a brand new like limited edition flavor that's off, like let's say it's like some random YouTuber's like favorite flavor, so they're gonna set the price up because more people are gonna buy it because they're gonna go nuts for it.
Yeah. It's because they are hoping that some people will be desperate enough that they'll jump on it. Even though when I'm researching how much, like they said that I don't know, they said like what the weight of the Death Star was. I looked it up. It should be like a couple bucks. Is how much it would cost for the ABS plastic for that. Which of course they have to pay the designers. They have to fund the Lego. So I get all that, but still, it should not be $1,000. That's just ridiculous. They could bring all Legos prices down like really cheap.
Yeah, if but then here's the problem that I'm still upset about, like the world itself. Companies these days, they're always racking up their prices because of the economy. Like if there's the government is either gonna lower the stock market or rise the stock market depending on what situations it's in. Like if it's going good, if it's going great, everything's totally fine. They're gonna kind of lower it just a smidge because they're gonna be like, hey, we don't need too much money. But if it's like stock market
Fine
just piece
man. Yeah.
point, then they're going to raise the prices because they're going to get their stock market back to like even levels. And it just it's kind of like I can build something that only costs about, I'm going to say $5, but then if I went to a Lego store, it would be $15. It's just kind of a weird way how the government and everything works.
Yeah. I just I have mixed opinions, but generally I like Lego more than I dislike it. Sometimes they do really dumb things though, and it kind of you can if you look on the internet, you look on social media. I mean, you can see all of the Lego fans. You can tell when Lego does something wrong. It does not take a genius to spot it, but like for example, the turbo tank that I was just talking about, that was not cool because they promised us a UTAT, which had never been done, and then they like lowered our expectations. We were like, oh boy, we've already had a turbo tank, but then we were really excited because like we've never had like a modern turbo tank. I mean, there's different eras of Lego. Like there was like the blocky era. That was like the 70s. All they had was bricks, and then it got like slightly less blocky, which is like 2000s, 2010s. But then
Like
like in the 2020 recently, I mean, you can see what we've done. Like the 2020s have brought a lot of new Lego designs and made it look a lot more impressive. And so we were like, whoa, this is going to be insane. And then they gave us a way overpriced, horrible looking turbo tank.
Yeah, like you said, Lego has evolved over time. Like back then, like I can see pictures of Legos that didn't just have heads like I just had a Lego person right here to see for reference. We never always had Lego heads like this. We never had the stud on top. Sometimes a long time ago, it wasn't even shaped like this. It was literally shaped like a face, like this kind of oval shaped face, and there wasn't a stub on top. It was just this huge circle with, and like the hats, they didn't none like headpieces didn't have any of that inside it. It was just this like long tube thing in it. kind of changed, but then now, and the not even the designs were like super like attended. Like, I gotta give credit to Lego designers because they check on all the little details, like I said. And we eventually led up to Lego pieces like this. That's like all the
Yeah,
designs. Like, it can literally show like names and pens and like facial differences. It's just crazy.
yeah. I just can't believe how much it has evolved. Like we were talking about. But I think ultimately, generally, it has gotten better, not worse. Even though, despite what some people say.
Yeah, like you said, just some people think that, wow, Lego is going away from the original design. Well, sometimes things have to be done. Like, some people thought that the older designs kind of looked ugly, like it wasn't really colorful and bright like these ones are today. Like, they're kind of like dopamine receptors and stuff like that. Like, it causes, like, back then, like, their colors were like only red, blue, and yellow. That was basically all the colors, and it's like, well, I don't really want to buy it anymore because, or like, kids aren't really drawn to that because they're more like bright colors, like neon, teal, pink, all of that, all of the bright, cool like colors that like you would want to see are not there anymore. So then Lego had to take like a step away from the better, like take the step from the OG ones and just had to like go for the better, and that's how like kids kind of fall in love with Lego now because they're like, wow, well, this is like something that distracts me, and I kind of like how it the way it's designed.
Yeah, I mean, I really think that Lego has done really well, and I think that, I mean, you interact with different people than I do. Do you think that, like, can you see the love of the brick and the just regular people?
Um, well, so sometimes if I bring up like what's your favorite toy and they say Lego, sometimes it's either they're super like they're like a brick nerd, but they don't like know your channel, but they're like a brick nerd. They like the same level as a brick nerd. And then there's people that are just like, well, I don't take Lego so seriously. I like building Lego, I just don't take it seriously. Like, I have a friend named Boshwat has tons of Legos. He's basically a brick nerd. He has tons of Legos and he loves them. Like, he loves Legos, and I can see that in him. Like, I can kind of see that, like the way he dressed sometimes. Like, he'll wear a Lego shirt because people who like are just like Lego's my hobby, but I don't like it so much. Don't take it that far.
Yeah, I mean, I just I know a lot of people which, toys as you get older obviously aren't really the thing, but like Lego, if you had to ask people what a toy,
That's
like,
all
and
it is.
you said like Lego is a toy, then they would be like, oh, Lego's my favorite, right? Because that's like the coolest toy, in my opinion. Besides those new Nito things.
Oh
God,
yeah, I have to agree with you. Every single girl and boy
and
and
boy,
everybody, like, yeah, yeah, but it's mostly women in
it's
my opinion, and
yeah,
they're like,
but they
I
all
could not even, I could not even kid you. Like, the girls come with like and boys come with like handfuls of distress toys nowadays in my class, and it's like people are always out for the hot new thing. That's all they want usually. It's like one day it's this thing, the next day it's this. That's how fast everything can change.
Yeah, people need to, or Lego needs to find that hot new thing. They need to just make a set that, like, they aren't going to retire. That's just like the common, like, I don't know, but yeah, I know people that got up like 5:30 in the morning to go to Walmart for 3 days in a row to see if they had restocked it because, like, it's not in stock anywhere hardly. Those
Uh,
Nitos aren't.
yeah, that's kind of how it is. Like, I went to a Target recently, and I checked the Nito aisle. Like, I was just going to the toy aisle because I wanted to get a Lego or something like that, and but I didn't have enough money yet. So, but anyways, I checked the Nito aisle. It's just basically collecting dust there. And you're right. Like, Lego is looking for the hot new thing, like most people, which kind of gets people their like attention. Like, it doesn't just stay on old things that people don't want. They really pay attention to what people want.
Yeah. Um, I just think Lego's in the right direction. They need to work on it more. They just need to get more people interested. Like, you know, you said that you became liking it about 5 or 7 years ago. So that's all it takes is just more people. Oh,
Mhm.
and going back to those people that you said that you knew were like a brick nerd but haven't heard about my channel, make sure to tell them that you're on episode number 16. Yeah.
Yeah.
Say, hey, I want to see your friend Cayle. Go check out. It's not probably going to be called episode number 16, but that's, well, I mean, it is technically episode number 16. So, big milestone after 15.
Yeah.
16, but
Yeah.
I've been
Congrats.
doing 16 times, about 16 hours worth of work. Not each of my episodes are an hour long, as you know if you're a fan, but they do have, it takes well over an hour of work.
Yeah, and I can understand the dedication in that, and how you want to give your like feelings out, like in an opinion. Like I can, it's a really really cool thing that you're able to do that.
Yeah. So, thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have any more statements? Any more things that you want to express about your Lego love?
Not really, but I just want to say it's your podcast is, like I said, it's a really cool thing, and it's just brought a lot of people together. Like there's been multiple people on your podcast, correct?
Yeah, and there's bound to be more. So you guys listening right now or watching, whatever you're doing, I want to interact more with the fan community. So you might end up on this show just like Cayle did, and Cayle might end up again. Actually, I'm thinking about putting a post in the community tab, and it's going to be a poll. I want you guys to vote. I'll probably put it in the newsletter too. I want you guys to vote on whether or not Cayle should come back on, because I liked working with him. So, yeah.
Yeah, please. I really enjoyed this.
I enjoyed it too. I mean, we've been talking for over 40 minutes, and it's just crazy how fast time flies. And but like I said, I'm gonna have a lot more guests coming on here soon. I'm probably gonna have a cluster about 4 of them, all of my friends that know nothing about Lego. I'm thinking about doing this whole playlist with interviews with people who know nothing about Lego versus complete brick nerds like me, Cayle, Carson. And yeah, I just think that it would be really interesting. You guys let me know what you think. Email me at bricknerds21@gmail.com. It's going across the bottom of your screen. So, Cayle, thanks for coming on. And then genuinely, I say this every time at the end, but I hope to see you next time on Brick Nerds. And, we'll say it together here in a sec. But I just, again, like I'm genuinely saying, like, I want you guys to email me and we can talk about you being on my show, because I do think Brick Nerds is awesome, and I feel like everyone should like Lego. Gives the opportunity to everyone to like the brick. I want you guys to like the brick in a special way, like I have and Cayle has. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that we've covered everything about Cayle's love of the brick, and well, let's say it. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time on Brick Nerd. All right, see you guys.
See ya.